Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Lukman Arif Rahman. Saya merupakan guru bahasa Inggris di SMA BPI 1 Bandung. Pada hari ini saya akan memeragakan pembelajaran bahasa Inggris dengan tema teks diskusi atau discussion text sebagai salah satu syarat di ujian kinerja atau UKIN di program PPG Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, di mana saya merupakan mahasiswa PPG Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia tahun 2021 Angkatan 3. Selamat menyaksikan.
Okay, to start for our meeting, I will greet you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, I hope you are in the great condition today. So before we start for our meeting, as usual, I will lead the praying today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqman. Allahumma yassir wa la tu'assir. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, ni'mal maulana wa ni'mal nasir. Amin ya Allah beralam. So I will share the screen. So here is the activities that we have done for our last meeting. So everyone, ada yang mau coba? Kemarin kita ngapain aja? For those who answer and also give the opinion, what have we discussed in our last meeting?
Boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia nggak? Kemarin membahas tentang bahasa Inggris vocabulary dan menganalisis teks.
Okay, thank you, Firdan. We discussed about this one, yeah, vocabulary and also the text. So do you still remember about the text that we have read in our last meeting? This one, yeah? This is the text. Can you see on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the text. Do you still remember what the text about? What is the text about?
It's about the local government's planning on reopening school for offline school.
Okay, thank you very much, Dharma. I'm writing your name. So, what's local government? What local government? It's West Java, right? West Java Education Culture Office, or local government in West Java, try to plan open the offline school, yeah, soon. Okay, so this is about the text. Okay, so we discussed also about the talking about the local government, they have a planning to open the school. Here I have a video that can inform you what should you prepare before we have offline school. So watch the video and give your opinion after you watch the video. Give your opinion, okay? So this is the video. Wait a minute.
Hello everyone. It's great to have you back at school again. But as you know, we still have a problem with the coronavirus, so we need to be careful. Corona is a virus that can make people ill. If someone who is ill coughs over you or shakes your hand, they can pass on the virus. But we can protect ourselves. It's very important that we wash our hands well when we come in from outside, after going to the toilet, before meals, and after blowing our noses. We have to wash our hands with soap and water. We cough and sneeze into our elbows to stop the virus from spreading. Don't share your morning snacks with other children. When greeting one another, we say hello or wave, but we don't shake hands. You're not allowed to get too close to your teachers. We have to keep our distance. It's very important that you listen to what your teachers have to say about the coronavirus. Everything's a bit different at school at the moment, but together, we're strong and we'll get through it.
Wow, so everything a bit different today. Okay, so what's your opinion of this video? Or I will ask you the question about the video. What should we do before we come into the class according to the video?
Wash our hands.
Okay, good. Wash our hands. And then, can we share our food to our friends?
No.
No.
Definitely no. Can you give me the reason why we cannot share our food to our friends today?
Because it is dangerous to share the same thing you bite with your mouth.
Great answer, Dharma. Because it's very dangerous for today to share our food that you bite, bite, digigit with your friends, yeah? It will be dangerous, yeah? So, and then, can we shake our hand when we meet each other?
No.
No,
No.
Naufal. Why?
Bersentuhan kan?
Yes, shake our hand, shake.
No.
Why?
Because can terkena virus juga Pak dari tangan.
Okay, because we can infect it, okay, from hand, yeah, for our hand when we touch one another. Very good. Good answer. I think this is the preparation that you should know before we have offline school later. Okay, so talking about text. So we will back to the text more. Okay, here we have discussed about this text in our last week. How many paragraph we have in this text?
4.
4 paragraph. Okay, so this is okay. So you can here see the difference Yeah, the first, second, third, and also the fourth paragraph. Okay, everyone. The first paragraph called as issue. Understand? Issue. So what is issue? Here in the first paragraph, okay, you should tell about the general issue, the general topic, the general information. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Kenapa sih Bapak menjelaskan ini? Why I talk about this one? Because here, kebingungan nggak Yakub kalau disuruh ngarang tiba-tiba gitu sama saya?
Bingung, Mbak.
Kenapa bingung?
Belum cari tahu topiknya sebelumnya.
Belum ada topiknya, background knowledge-nya juga belum tahu, benar nggak sih? Informasinya segala macam. Dan selain itu, kalian juga mungkin akan bingung dengan struktur dari teksnya. You will be confused because you don't know the structure of the text. Kalau kalian diminta untuk menulis sebuah essay, untuk beasiswa, atau untuk apapun, pastikan itu ada strukturnya. Kenapa harus tahu struktur? Agar kalian ya tahu bagaimana cara menulisnya dengan baik. Kalau enggak, nanti bakal ngaler ngidul, orang Sunda bilang. Jadi paham ya? Okay, good. So here the structure of the discussion type. Kalau kalian nggak tahu strukturnya, you will be like a SpongeBob. Ketika SpongeBob diminta untuk mengarang, one day the result is only the. Coba bayangin. 24 hours it's only the. Why? Because SpongeBob doesn't know how to write the text. Because the SpongeBob doesn't know the structure of the text. Therefore, you should know the structure of the text. The first paragraph, it should tell about the general information.
Yes.
Okay? And then the second paragraph, it tell about the supporting point. What is supporting point? Because in discussion text, we see the problem in two perspective, positive perspective and negative perspective. Ya. Ini kan positif perspektif ya. Isunya adalah sekolah offline dimulai. Supporting point. Government mendukung sekolah offline. Tapi epidemiologis tidak mendukung. Benar nggak?
Ya.
Epidemiologis tidak mendukung. Jadi discussion text discuss about two different things. In the second paragraph tell about the positive statement or the positive opinion. Do you understand? Positive statement, positive opinion, or positive information about the issue, about the problem. Yeah? And the third paragraph tell about the negative statement or negative information, negative statement. And the last is conclusion, because this is conclusion. So for sure, yeah, it conclude atau menyimpulkan, it conclude. Kesimpulannya apa? Nah gitu. Kesimpulannya apa? From this one, do you understand? Jadi the first paragraph general issue, second paragraph positive, third paragraph negative. The last is so. Okay, do you understand? Yeah, good. Okay, good. So now here, please take a look. Based on the text, we will try to dig your understanding. Yeah. Can anyone give me your answer? Yeah, from the text here, from the text. Saya yakin kalian masih ingat teksnya kan? Atau perlu dibaca lagi? Oke, perlu dibaca lagi. Mungkin kita baca dulu deh, biar lebih memahami. Kalau gitu saya minta Rico, can you read the first paragraph, Rico?
Issue the COVID-19 pandemic affect many aspects of our life, including school. School are held online at student home.
Student.
However, there is a plan that school will be reopened in July 2020 or January 2021.
Okay. Reopen. Jadi ED-nya nggak perlu dibaca ya, reopen. Okay, thank you very much, Rico. Now, the second paragraph, okay, about general issue, the first. And the second paragraph, I'm going to ask Fadli. Okay, Fadli, can you read the second paragraph, Fadli, please?
Many parents are worried their children will have to return to school in the near future. It is because some local government have included plans for reopening school in the new normal policy. For example, West Java Education and Culture Office will enforce the implementation of the new normal in its region starting July 2021. Some options emerge, such as imposing a shifting system, limiting the number of students, and implementing existing health protocol.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Fadli. So this is parents, okay? How to say it? Parents. And this is policy, not policy, but policy. Do you know policy? Policy itu adalah kebijakan. Culture. Bahasa nabi ke kabasir. Culture. Culture. Okay. Culture. Kalau kultur jadi bahasa Indonesia, tapi kalau jadi bahasa Inggris jadi culture. Good, thank you, Fadli. Now I'm going to ask the next one to read the third paragraph. Ajeng, can you read? Now, girl, come on.
Contrast point. On the other hand, epidemiologist Dr. Diki Budiman advised not to open the school until the situation gets better. He says that school reopening is risky, and it probably rises to the second wave of the coronavirus. The students can go back to schools only if the preparation is done and screening process in
Fulfilled.
fulfilled. Furthermore, if the screening process is not fulfilled, schools reopening is not recommended, for it is dangerous.
Very good, Ajeng. Good pronunciation. Now, the last paragraph. How about Irene? Irene, can you read the text, Irene?
Okay.
Last paragraph.
In conclusion, offline school can only be done if the situation in our country gets better or zero case. Since the case is still rising, we stay online school is the best option to avoid the new school terms.
Why do the number of COVID-19 infected people increase until today?
The lack of understanding information policy.
And then the second question, do you think opening the offline school is the best policy, the best decision today? Okay, now Val, why? Kenapa Val?
Because kalau misalnya bukannya di akhir-akhir nanti pelajaran makin susah Pak. Kalau di awal-awal kan nggak terlalu berat.
Okay, because you afraid difficult to understand.
More difficult.
Okay, because if we always postpone, postpone?
Yes.
Postpone itu menunda. Pintar, menunda. Menunda itu postpone ya. If we postpone the offline school, so the material the material in the school will be more difficult. Jadi nanti bakal sulit to understand ya. Untuk dipahami. Good. Thank you, Nova. And the third question, why do some people ignore? Do you know ignore?
Tidak menghiraukan.
Cuek.
Oke, ignore itu artinya tidak menolak, cuek. Ya. Tapi bahasa simpelnya ignore itu menolak. Okay? Do some people ignore to open the offline school this month?
If the coronavirus cases would increase.
Good. Yeah. The reason why some people ignore to open the offline school because they're afraid. Yeah, they afraid that the second wave of the coronavirus will be will become to our country after the offline school implemented soon. Very good, Alika. Good answer. And then the last question: some people ignore, but some people support. Some people support, like Naufal before. Naufal support, that some people also support that the offline school should be implemented this month. Ya, kalau dari teksnya sendiri tadi kenapa? Why? Why do some people support to open the offline school?
Me, sir.
So, please.
Because there are many variety of students. Like there are no same students. Like they are all different, and their performance and capabilities of learning at online school is different also. So there are some students that kind of cannot handle the online school system and is struggling. So some of people support the opening of offline school so that they can learn even better.
Wow, it's a really great answer. Your English is also good, yeah. Wow, very perfect answer for me, yeah. Because some students cannot handle for the online school as well as what we are doing today, right? We can have the good online school, yes, because you live in the city, you have a good connection, yeah. But can you think the people who live in the rural area, such Papua or probably in rural area, they have like a connection, and probably they don't have a good device like laptop. Probably you have a laptop or even handphone, but how about the people? For example, in Gunung Halo, I tried to come to Gunung Halo, then not all the students in Gunung Halo have a handphone like you all. It's quite difficult for them to have online school. Therefore, some people probably in those areas support to have offline school soon, in this month. Very good answer, Dharma. Yeah, smart. Please take a look now to the next slide here. Kalau saya rangkum, if we try to conclude, the reason why we should have offline school itu karena this reason. First, yang pertama, yang kedua, yang ketiga, yang ketiganya kegeser. Yang keempat sama yang kelima. Mungkin ini sih alasan-alasannya ya. This the reasons why we should have offline school soon. Oke, ada yang mau baca dulu nggak nih? Kelima poinnya, baca dulu aja. I'm going to ask Rifdah, please can you read?
The student have less opportunities to learn effectively, considering the different physiology during online school, decreased treatment, learning loss impact some students to drop out, many private school are out of business.
Okay, so here, do you know the meaning, Rifdah? Tahu artinya nggak masing-masing poin ini?
Siswa punya kesempatan yang kurang untuk belajar lebih efektif.
Very good. Yang kedua apa, Rifdah, kira-kira?
Siswa considering
itu melihat
keadaan psikologi siswa saat belajar online.
Okay, dan thank you, Rifdah. I'm going to ask other. Kalau yang ketiga kira-kira apa sih artinya? Saya coba mau tanya ke Fadil, tahu nggak artinya yang ketiga, Fadil?
Nggak tahu, Pak, yang decreased-nya.
Ya, taunya yang mana?
Yang decreased.
Oke, decrease itu artinya menurun, Fadil. Kalau increase artinya meningkat ya. Increase meningkat, decrease menurun. Oke, good. Kalau achievement apa?
Penghargaan.
Kayak penghargaan atau pencapaian. Kalau gitu apa sih decrease learning achievement?
Penurunannya pendapatan penghargaan.
Penurunannya pendapatan penghargaan. Kumaha itu Firdan. Oke, decrease learning achievement. Learning achievement itu artinya ini menurunnya kalau di prestasi pembelajaran, pinter prestasi pembelajaran. Jadi menurunnya prestasi belajar siswa. Good, ya. Thank you. Kalau yang keempat apa kira-kira? Tahu nggak artinya learning loss? Learning loss itu artinya tuh kesenjangan belajar. Now, you have a learning loss because you don't have a chance to discuss face-to-face with your friend, have a socialization with your classmate. That's what we call with learning loss, okay? You can't ask the teacher directly due to the limitation. Due to itu dikarenakan ya. Due to the limitation. Ya. Learning loss impact some students to drop out. Karena keterbatasan belajar, akhirnya siswa akhirnya drop out. Ya. For example, beberapa siswa memutuskan untuk berhenti sekolah. Dah sekolah nggak sekolah juga sama aja. Pernah lihat nggak sih yang tukang ngamen pinggir jalan? Pernah kepikiran nggak sih ya, kenapa yang ngamen di pinggir jalan 24 jam memang mereka nggak sekolah, emang walaupun online? Bener nggak? Ya kan? Pinggir jalan kan usia-usia sekolah, tapi kenapa sih mereka nggak belajar? Ya mungkin aja mereka sebetulnya sekolah, tapi mereka nggak ngelakuin sekolah dengan baik. Ya akhirnya apa? Dikeluarkan atau drop out. Ya. Or they choose to work, or they choose to married probably di daerah-daerah. Betul lah. Usia kalian kalau di daerah-daerah yang rural area akhirnya udah deh daripada sekolah juga enggak, ya udahlah udah 17 tahun ke atas udah deh married aja, ada lah kayak gitu. And how about you? Are you ready for this? For this one and get a dropout? No. For example, for sure no. Okay. And then many private school are out of business. Banyak sekolah swasta akhirnya bangkrut. Ya. Kenapa? Karena nggak dapat siswa, nggak kebagian siswa. Karena siswa akhirnya lebih memilih untuk tidak sekolah. This is the reason why we should have offline school. And this is the reason of why offline school should be postponed. Tadi apa sih postpone artinya?
Diundur.
Benar, harus diundur. Coba apa sih alasan kenapa sekolah harus diundur? 5 ini siapa yang baca dulu? One to read the points, the reason.
Aku mau, Pak.
So, siapa yang teh? Oh, Fadil, Farha, Firdan, Budi. Come on, Firdan. sorry, please.
The reason why offline schools implementation should be postponed. The COVID-19 cases are still at a high rate, especially in the big cities. The second wave of infected people may occur. The vaccinated teachers and students are still below 60% in West Java. Children will have more chance to be infected by COVID-19. Offline schools will impact to increase the mobility of people.
Okay, good. Suara Firdan tuh kayak penyiar-penyiar gitu ya, kayak di podcast tuh kan. Enak jadi ngedengar suara itu dalam gitu ya. Oke, thank you Firdan ya. Ada yang tahu nggak sih artinya apa sih? Poin 1 sampai poin terakhir. Saya kasih poin triple deh, saya kasih poinnya triple 3 deh. Bagi bakar poin. Kayak Shopee, ayo siapa yang mau? Hah?
Boleh, Pak.
Boleh dong, please.
Apa tadi, Pak?
The first point sampai poin kelima apa sih maksudnya ini tuh?
Yang pertama itu kasus COVID-19 masih tinggi,
Good.
terutama di kota-kota besar.
Very
Terus yang kedua ada gelombang kedua, orang yang terinfeksi pasti akan terjadi, kemungkinan akan terjadi.
Kayak occur naon euy? Tah bahasa Inggris, bahasa Indonesia Sunda mah occur teh occurnya, bahasa Inggris occur mah terjadi, bahasa Inggrisnya terjadi itu ya. Kalau terjadi apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Happen. Nah, oke, happen. Atau ya sinonimnya occur naon occur. Good. Gitu.
Yang ketiga, yang guru-guru dan siswa yang sudah divaksinasi masih di bawah 60% di Jawa Barat.
Very good.
Terus yang keempat, anak-anak bisa kena infeksi lebih tinggi, kesempatan,
Yes.
chance itu apa, Pak?
Chance itu opportunity, kesempatan.
Ya, kesempatan anak-anak untuk terinfeksi lebih tinggi.
Very good. And the last?
Terus yang terakhir, offline school akan berdampak untuk, nah ini Pak, nggak tahu Pak.
Oke, offline school will impact untuk meningkatkan, kalau decrease tadi kan menurunkan, increase meningkatkan mobilitas orang-orang, the mobility of the people. Okay, so yeah, because you will use public transportation and then probably after back from the school, you will go to somewhere probably, okay, with your family also to have something to do, yeah, because it will impact also to the mobility of the people. Good, ini adalah the reason why offline school should be postponed atau harus ditunda. Okay. So now here I will try to build the text. Together with you. I have create the form. Good. This is ya saya buat sengaja in table ya. Here in matrix. Why? Because it gives you the information that in discussion text we have 4 structure. The first is issue. The second is supporting point. The third is contrasting point and conclusion, as we have discussed before. Okay, try to build our own text ya. Try to build our own text. Tapi saya pengen semuanya siap-siap nih. Saya pengen kalian melanjutkan teks yang saya buat ini dengan kalimat kalian sendiri. Ya, contoh, the West Java government plans to open offline school. Titik. Yang ditunjuk ya, for those the chosen one yang tertunjuk harus melanjutkan membuat satu kalimat dari paragraf yang pertama karena kita mesti paragraf pertama. Do you understand? Okay, good, ya. Ya. Kita akan pilih namanya ini. Ini nama kalian sudah ada di sini semua. So, kita kayak arisan ibu-ibu ya. For the chosen one, please continue the sentence ya. So, yang ditunjuk terus tidak melanjutkan kalimatnya, berarti dapat minus point ya. Berarti nilainya di minus ya, kehilangan minus 1 nilai. Jadi harus membuat wajib. So, here namanya siapa? Keluar adalah nama yang keluar adalah okay, it's the system, okay? Muhammad Firdan. Okay, so Muhammad Firdan, it's the system, not me. Okay, it's the system. So, Muhammad Firdan, can you continue the first paragraph, please?
The West Java government plans to open offline schools. But epidemiologists doesn't agree with the government. Thus,
doesn't agree? Good, thank you. Kira-kira ini general issue bukan? Ini general statement bukan? But epidemiologists doesn't agree with the government. Kira-kira ini netral atau positif atau negatif untuk pembukaan sekolah offline?
Negatif.
Yang negatif. Firdan, kalau ini negatif, kira-kira harus disebut di mana nih? Where should we keep your sentence?
contrasting points.
Pinter, contrasting point. So we should keep your sentence here ya. Good, tapi tetap saya kasih nilai ya Muhammad Firdan karena sudah menjawab and you create the sentence. Very good Muhammad Firdan. Now, still in the first paragraph ya. So the second username is siapa-siapanya? Okay, Putri Rahma Zalfa. Okay, Putri Rahma Zalfa, are you with us? Hello.
Ya, Pak.
Okay, Putri, can you continue?
Ya.
So please, the first paragraph.
The government in planning to open school.
Government
in planning to open school.
To open offline school, probably ya.
Yeah, offline school. With face to face.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. For
Learning
face to face
during the COVID-19 pandemic.
During the COVID-19 pandemic. Very good, Putri Rahma ya. Menurut kalian ini netral nggak sih kalimatnya?
Netral.
Ya, kalau netral berarti bisa disebut di atas ya. The government, saya singkat aja government. The government in planning atau the government plan, saya perbaiki ya. The government plan to open offline school for face-to-face learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Oke. Kira-kira bisa nggak sih kita nyebutin waktunya, kapan harus dibukanya?
Yes.
Bisa ya. So, kenapa nggak nyebutin waktunya? Kalau gitu siapa sih yang akan membuat kalimatnya? Yang akan membuat kalimatnya adalah Prasasti Marsha. Oke. Prasasti. Oke, lebay banget ya ini ya, ada tepuk tangannya ini coba. So, Prasasti, can you tell about the time when the government plan to open offline school?
Ya, halo.
Ya gimana? How? Bagaimana sentennya nih?
Offline school will be held in September 2021.
2021. Good. Very good. Prasasti ya. Offline school will be held in September 2021. Very good, Prasasti. Okay. Now kita loncat ke, kalau tadi sama itu udah ya sama Firdan, yang ini contrasting point itu harus negatif. Sekarang nih supporting point belum ada temannya nih, masih tahu satu kalimat. Now supporting ya, remember supporting. You should support the offline school. So please create the sentence. The second one is bisa. Okay. So, Alika, please?
Because it seems like the coronavirus seems like.
Because the COVID-19 cases seems like have decreased. Okay, atau mungkin gini lah. Because the COVID-19 infection seems like have decreased cases in West Java. Okay, good, Alika, good. Karena COVID-19, kasus infeksi COVID-19 sekarang sudah nurun kasusnya di Jawa Barat. Very good. Now, come to conclusion. Coba kita buat conclusion. Ingat, conclusion itu seems like the first. It must conclude, menyimpulkan. Not support, not contrast. It must conclude. Ya, kesimpulan terbaiknya apa sih? Gitu ya. Okay, so here, who will make a conclusion? Siap-siap ya. Jing. And he'll come to... It's almost ya tadi ya. Rifda, tadi almost ini ambil ke Rifda atau Sabrina, tapi tetap ini ke Rifda ya. Yang namanya merah. Please, Rifda, make a conclusion.
In conclusion, offline school.
Yes, the offline school
Can be done if the situation in West Java it's getting better or zero cases.
Situation in West Java getting better or zero cases. Okay, good, very good, Rifda, very good sentence for conclusion. Oke, dari sini kalian bisa melihat bahwa ternyata discussion text itu ada positif and negatif statementnya ya. Oke, kita sudah mencoba membangun bersama-sama, okay, for our discussion text together. Yeah, next meeting we will try for you to work in a group, okay, and then after that, please build your own with your group. We will try you and your group build your text, yeah, in Google Doc. Next week we are going to use Google Doc. Here, group 1 until group 7, you will be divided into 7 groups. You will be divided into 7 groups, and then you will work in a group in Zoom breakout. Nanti saya akan breakout the Zoom meetingnya, and then you will write together in this Google Doc. Do you understand? Okay, good. Make a conclusion for what have we discussed of our meeting today. What have you learned? So who wants to try?
Can I, sir?
Okay, for sure. Dharma, please.
So, in conclusion on what we have learned today is discussion text consists of the issue where it explains of the general topic that we are going to discuss, and then the supporting paragraph. It's where all the positive opinion about the topic, and then the negative opinion. I mean, the negative paragraph. It's about all the negative opinions about the topic, and then there's the conclusion paragraph where it concludes all of the topic that we discussed.
Good, yeah. Your pronunciation here like native, yeah. Good, yeah. Dharma, yeah. Those accent though, Dharma, yeah. That accent though, Dharma. Good, very good, Dharma. Okay, good. So that's a conclusion. In discussion text, we discuss, yeah. We have a 4 structure, and the function of this discussion text is to issue problem in 2 different perspectives, in positive and negative. That's the function of discussion text. Well, thank you. To conclude for our meeting today, to make a conclusion, to close for our meeting today, let's say Alhamdulillah together. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you very much for your time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pak.
You're very welcome.
Terima kasih telah menyaksikan video pembelajaran yang telah saya peragakan. Mohon masukannya kepada Bapak Ibu dosen penguji. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.